Can you tell me and us a little bit about your new book? I know it was published by Springer. Uh, the title's slipping my mind a little bit, but I know it's you and David Kellogg were translating and commenting on some of Vygotsky's unpublished works. So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah. Okay. This is the book you are speaking about. I don't know. Is it a mirror reflection or somehow? So, but the book is called Vygotsky's Pedagogical Works, Volume 1, Foundations of Pedology. Well, I don't think it's great to make a kind of adverts or promotion of your own book. Some colleagues of mine are doing this quite actively, and this is about market, this is about names, but this is not my book. That's why I wanted to tell about this book. This is Vygotsky's book. So, and nothing bad is in advertising the Vygotsky's book, the book of Vygotsky. So, the idea of me and my colleague David Kellogg is to translate 5 volumes of all Vygotsky's articles, books and chapters about pedology, all pedagogical works of Vygotsky. That's why it's only volume 1. But even taking this as a volume 1 is very important, because this volume is a translation of 7 lectures of Vygotsky he did for students, for teachers in Leningrad, just several months before his death. It was one of the last public course of lectures Vygotsky did for students. And that's the first reason. And when David Kellogg invited me to this project to translate this book, I was very happy, because I know this book. It was published in Russian language in 2001, so almost 20 years ago. But I don't know, whatever reasons, it was never translated since. And we decided just to fix this gap and make a translation. And what I'm proud about is that we tried to make the very good translation. That's why we were working about 15 months. 15 months, having only 7 lectures. We were thinking carefully about every single word, how to find it best. And as David Kellogg,
we know that sometimes we know that you have objected over individual words before and have gone on to have like 1 or 2 hour lectures. So
yes, you are right. And the problem of translation is one of the biggest problems with Vygotsky's legacy, because many translations which are the basis for English-speaking researchers are not good. And translation mistakes might generate lots of misunderstandings. And that's why we wanted this book to be a good translation. So this makes me very proud. And plus, we did some commentaries. And why this book is important? Because it opens undiscovered Vygotsky. Why it opens undiscovered Vygotsky? For example, this book gives us an answer to a very simple question. By the way, Anthony, I always ask this question if I want to, not to test, not to check, but if I want to, how to say, to provoke.
Gauge, yes.
To provoke Vygotskians, so-called Vygotskians experts. And the question is very simple. Look, if we think that Vygotsky theory is a theory, if it is a theory, the theory should be based on certain objectively existing laws. Like Newtonian theory is based on the objectively existing physical laws of movements and gravity. The same biology, the same chemistry, you know. So if the theory is not based on the laws, we can hardly call it a theory. And my question is very simple. If we are doing Vygotsky studies, if we are based on Vygotsky theory, if we are following Vygotsky, we should know absolutely clearly Vygotsky's laws, laws Vygotsky is discovered, laws which are foundation for the cultural historical theory, right? You cannot do any research in mechanics if you have no idea about 3 laws of Newton, okay? And my question is very simple. How many laws? 6. Wow. You find, you show me 6?
Yes.
Yeah, very good. But you know the literature. If you look at the literature,
I'm just guessing.
I
The
just
last time
guessing.
I guessed 5 and you told me I was wrong. So,
No, yeah, 6 again, not correct.
okay.
Well, some people know only one law, which is the general genetic law of development, and they are quoting this law. Some people are speaking about 2 laws, 2. Some people gives us lists of 4 laws, but if you compare these lists, they are different. So, if you look at the literature of Vygotskians, you see that they have no agreement about how many laws Vygotsky discovered. And can you imagine the same situation in physics, for example?
Yeah,
Can you imagine the same? Can you imagine the same situation in biology? I cannot. So that's why it's my provocation. So this book gives us answer, because 7 lectures, but 3 lectures, 3 out of 7 lectures are completely devoted or dedicated to psychological problems. First is the role of heredity in psychological development, the role of environment in psychological development, and lecture 5, general laws of psychological development of children. So this book brings 4 more laws to cultural historical theory. Okay, we know some, might be 5 or 6 or 4.
The book is upside down.
Oh, sorry, upside
That's
down.
okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
There you go.
So we can debate and argue about how many laws, 3, 2, 4, 5, but never mind. It might be X plus 4.
Can you just very quickly name? You don't even have to describe one of them, or I have to get the book first.
No. Okay. It's very easy. Just they are all there. So what I'm saying is that the value of this book, the importance of this book is that in this book, Vygotsky gives and explains very detailed, because of the audience, there were students, very detailed, the formulation of these laws, how these laws work, and gives lots of examples from research, from observations of how these laws are manifested themselves. So this is, and unfortunately only one of these 7 lectures were translated. It's 1994, the Vygotsky's Reader, only one. But the most important lecture, which is number 5, is translated for the first time. So that was the reason why I wanted to present this book to the audience, if there is an interest. And the idea is that we will publish 5 volumes. We are now working on the volume 2, which is the complete book called The Problem of Age. Because, as you probably remember, in volume 5 of Vygotsky, there are only several chapters published and translated, but we want the whole book to be translated.
Well, the last time we spoke, you referenced the problem of age, and so is that a text that English readers have not encountered yet?
Yep. So in collected works, if you take volume 5 of collected works, there is a part of the volume 5 called The Problem of Age, but only selected chapters were published, because they were published first in Russian edition, not the whole book, but only selected chapters.
I see. Okay.
The whole book, as if the whole book did not exist, but it did. So the next volume will be the complete translation of all chapters of problem of age.
And these are the lectures at the end of his young career, after he's
Yep.
gone through the whole pretzel and all the twisted paths
Yeah,
that he took.
just 1 or 2 months before he
Nice.
died. So